It's a whole new podcast.
Yes, exactly that.
No, seriously though, like it's a podcast that's really finna.
It's the first episode of Boku no Podcast. I'm your host, Nick Simpson, here in the studio with...
And I am born.
And this is your boy, Tydal.
We're all giving birth right now.
No one's going to be able to decipher what that was.
Yes. I'm so excited.
So excited!
So excited for this.
Okay.
This is my favorite show.
So this is it's another anime podcast. We're going to be three dudes talking about anime.
This is the first anime podcast.
This is the first and the last.
In English.
In English. In English, yes. Definitely.
This is dubbed, by the way.
This is the only podcast brought to you in Braille. So let's get into this. Let's start talking anime because that's what the people are here for. Let's get talking on our first topic, which is what the hell we've been watching.
What the hell have you been watching?
Dude, so I've been watching PsychoPass. I know I'm behind because anime's weird now. It's seasonal. Everyone watches everything together.
That's been on the top 10 for a while. PsychoPass.
It has?
Yeah, dude. Like, you don't watch Mojo? They're like top 10.
I actually look at them a lot.
Anime,
like,
and it's like PsychoPass is like one of them. It's like top 10 anime you must watch.
No, ever since the BuzzFeed listicle era, I like when I see the words top 10, my brain just immediately cuts the head of my dick off and runs in the opposite.
Yeah,
man.
like you do in conversations when I bring up Watch Mojo.
I would say this though, new generation for anime, Black Clover. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good anime.
Really? All right. I haven't seen any of it.
You need to watch it.
What's it like?
What's it about?
I mean, okay, so
hold up, wait. Let's tear apart PsychoPass here.
Okay, yeah, let's
we
do
were
that.
on
Let's
that
do
first.
that.
Yes. So fucking PsychoPass. It's about, for people who are at home listening who haven't watched it yet, it's about a future where cops don't have to make decisions anymore. They're given guns.
The guns get the decision.
You point the guns are all connected to a computer. You point the guns at people. The computer reads their brain, determines if they're crazy, and then you pull the trigger, and it either kills them or paralyzes them, and you throw them in the loony bin. Mm-hmm. As a whole society, you know how sci-fi is all about you propose like your what if scenario for society. And so this is like, what if like in the same way that you drive past those speeding signs, like your current mile per hour, if every time you went past one of those signs, it scanned your brain for like...
To see how crazy...
Oh, see, that would be...
To see if you thought about putting a baby in the fucking microwave
Bro,
lately.
that's demonic as
see if you
fuck,
need to be
bro.
shot or not.
Like, have you thought about, like, you know, pushing someone out a window lately? You better not have.
Nah.
Or else the gun will just shoot you.
Yeah, because yeah.
And the way they die, so because I watched one episode, and they couldn't just at least make it a little less messy.
A little.
Like they're gonna do. They know they're gonna do this.
When
in
have
public.
there ever been an anime where it was less messy? We all know there's never gonna be a time like that.
No, but this is like the guns that decide whether you die or not. They literally like just like implode your fucking body and like just.
Oh, that's gruesome.
You will go everywhere.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely
you will
gruesome.
paint the wall.
So it's like a
just explode.
Yeah, it's kind of like what it's trying to do. I'm not trying to spoil too much about it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but it sets up a lot of niftaroony ideas where it's like, yeah, what if we just knew who was most, like, what if we just got rid of everyone who was most likely to fucking flip their shit? You know, which everyone wants right now. God, everyone wants that right now. But it's funny because it came out of Japan, and so it's like if you watch PsychoPass and you're like, okay, so the police don't get to make a choice on who they shoot. The computer tells them who to shoot. You would think it was an anime on like a referendum on like the American police system, and you're like, this came from Japan. No. Where I don't think there's cops gunning people down.
They didn't know.
I don't think so.
It was just such a funny thing.
Cops don't even carry guns over there. You can't have a gun over there.
Well, that was
You could
fun.
have a paintball gun.
A paintball gun. Oh, but that's about it.
Well, that was the funny thing is I was watching and I was like, this feels like a Japanese guy's interpretation of America more than Japan. Like, where it's like, yeah, man, you're just walking around and people will think, if someone points at you and they're like, that man's crazy. you,
Shoot him.
You very well could
He has to
ju-
go
Yeah,
now.
the computer goes bleep blah bleep blah.
If you panic too much from someone accusing you,
That's where
man.
it gets crazy.
you might
Yeah.
flip
That's
your
where-
color.
No, because by the end of episode 1, I wouldn't be spoiling anything if I'm talking about episode 1. Like,
It's episode 1. It's the pilot.
there's this, like, at the end, there's this lady that was like the hostage. Basically, they were trying to save this lady for like throughout the whole fucking episode, and then like she gets so freaked out at the end to the point where I didn't understand that
the
part.
computer determines that her PTSD from
This
being
was-
held hostage has rendered her very likely to commit criminal activity. Like this woman might burn down a church later. This woman might like have
She
sex
might
with like
smoke-
12-year-old
yeah.
boy
So
or
it's that
something.
bad.
She might do. It's just like the computer saying this woman has been rendered unpredictable because
So we
she was
got-
so
yeah.
traumatized.
So then the gun was like, okay, we're gonna eliminate this bitch, and then like it's like this whole dilemma between she didn't do anything, and like it's like, oh, the computer said she did, and it's like I didn't understand that part at all.
No, she picks up a lighter, and she picks up a lighter, and they're sitting in a pool of oil, and the computer is like, that woman is capable of killing your partner. Kill her. Is what happens.
Oh, wow.
Because the computer's like, oh shit, she's gonna flip that fucking lighter on and she's gonna set that oil on fire and she's gonna burn her and your partner to death. So the computer's like, best case scenario to resolve this hostage
just-
scenario.
No. The
to-
computer went off way before that.
Huh?
It went off when right after they killed the guy that was like holding her hostage. They pointed the gun at her, and it was like, oh, she's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but
and then she like it went through this whole thing where she stumbles down the escalator trying to get away from the cops that are trying to kill her, and then she ends up in like she gets
So like,
ends
are the
up
cops like robots?
No,
no.
and
They're
that's
like
the funny
detectives.
thing is the cops also have to be very prudent about how involved, like you can't emotionally get too wrapped up in anything you're doing. Like if you're shooting at people, your attitude has to be, guess I'm shooting at people again. If you're like, holy shit, I'm shooting at people, your gun will detect that you're acting crazy. It's like, oh shit, all of this murder is starting to fuck with this guy. He's unpredictable. We gotta do something about
This
it.
sounds like a very interesting type of anime.
It's like if Windows 10 took over all the guns.
Bro, no.
Took over all the assault
Bro, that'd be
rifles,
crazy,
like-
bro.
But no, it's got 2 seasons. I try to immunize myself from the rumblings and chatter of the anime community because it's a bunch of like 12-year-olds now. But not the community itself, but the ones that are typing angry comments online.
Sounds about right.
And
that sounds about right. Yeah.
apparently the second season of this show is dog shit and was made like against the wishes of the creator or something. I'm not sure. I have to research more. But I'm working through the first season and I'm like, these are some pretty nifty concepts. These are a lot of, I like my sci-fi to be deep and speculative. To ask, I like my sci-fi asking questions that I'm like, yes, that might come up someday.
What's the stats on this show? Like, how many episodes?
It's like 24 episodes, so it's a doable.
Average.
So what would you rate this for the the community?
I don't know. I've
Anime
not
community?
fucking finished it.
Well, we haven't finished it yet, so we can't.
Yeah,
bring
we could
final
fucking
verdict.
shit the bed in the last 5 minutes, man.
Yeah.
It's just diarrhea the first 30 minutes.
Oh,
It's just-
it's like diarrhea. Like, oh God.
See all this character acting that's gonna translate through the mic.
well, we got a camera now.
Now, so like,
Shit, that thing's rolling.
that thing is rolling.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
We're recording your dumb head for
Well, yeah.
like, a couple minutes.
So it's avoided a lot of the tropes that piss me off about most anime because it's like, oh, I want an anime that's philosophical. Give me a paranoia agent. Give me a boogie pop phantom. Give me something that'll make me feel like I'm thinking with my brain. And I'm not gonna lie, when people are like, "Dude, watch PsychoPass," I was like, "This is gonna fucking let me down. It's gonna let me
It's gonna
down like
fucking let me down.
everything.
It's going to be too edgy.
It's gonna just let me down like everything does." And then you get into it and you meet one guy and he's like, I was kind of destined to be a cop, from like when I was a child, and they're like, really? He's like, yeah, the machine sorted me as crazy when I was like 6. And I was like, yeah, those would fuck it. I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad you addressed the thing that I was thinking about from the minute you introduced this. And so I always enjoy especially like our social credit scores that are going on now in China. Japan wants a social credit score.
Yeah.
And all the face recognition tech going on. I'm like, man, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. People are going to be able to pull up.
In China, they have detectors where if you're walking too fast, you get into the interrogation room.
Yeah.
You get into the what?
If you're walking too fast in some parts of China, like that's like a you might be a Uyghur, so we're gonna take you in and we're gonna interrogate you but that's a whole situation that's happening.
Yeah, people at home
terrible.
might not be aware of this, but in Jacksonville, there's actually been a breeding program where we execute people whose dicks aren't at least like 9 inches long, and so
you got to be at least 10.
Exactly, and so like we've been dealing with it here. It's like they do face recognition technology to match it with the records that they have of your dad's dick length on file, and we've been weeding them out. Thankfully, all of us guys like us,
we're blessed.
Papa bless.
Yeah, Papa
Better,
John's.
better
Papa
ingredients,
John's.
better ingredients, better pizza.
Papa John's.
But
I thought you didn't believe in Papa.
Oh, Papa believes.
Papa believes in me. What you mean?
But yeah, so that's what I've been watching. What the hell y'all been watching?
Dr. Stone.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Stone. I love that show. You've been watching it too, right?
Everyone's watching it. It's the
I've
new
definitely
thing.
been watching it myself.
It looks it's intriguing.
Are you caught up?
Boy.
Yeah, I'm at episode 7.
You caught up?
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I've seen the newest episode. I've seen.
Where
I think the
everybody
newest
dies.
episode came out today, actually.
Then no.
Because
Spoilers.
Spoilers ahead.
Everybody dies.
Senku and Taiju end up in a burgeoning relationship.
They all get petrified again. The end. Like,
I'm like, hey,
I'm gonna ship Taiju with a swallow.
Oh man,
who's the villain of the show again? That
Monkey Boy.
dude?
Primate Man.
Primate Man, the world's strongest man.
The world's strongest teenage boy.
The evil Tarzan. He's
Don't want to
evil
spoil
Tarzan,
anything
dude.
for anybody who hasn't seen this though out there. Just letting you guys know. But this anime is actually like really amazing.
It's different.
Yeah,
It's very different.
Well, what's amazing about it,
It's
man?
a craft. It's like a
What
crafting. It's a crafting anime.
yeah.
It's a Minecraft anime. No, I'm joking.
It's
I'm
a
joking.
little.
It's not.
It's like a little Boy Scout merit badge anime.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
magical. We know that. Well, maybe
Not
not.
I wouldn't say
Maybe not
magical.
Maybe
but
they might explain
science-
it. In
What the
some-
hell? Science is magic. That's the point.
It seems
I mean-
like
By mastering science, Senku is essentially
Yeah.
the sorcerer of this world.
he's the alchemist.
Yeah, more. Yeah, he's yeah, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
More or less.
You don't disagree with me.
More or less.
He's the brains. And
I mean,
Taiju
he's
is the
definitely
brawn.
he's definitely the brains, because what normal human being is gonna count for so long
in a coma.
Right? No, not even in a coma, but
He's
more
counting
like
in his coma.
bro.
It'd be
like,
funny if in Dr. Stone it was like only the autistic people
made it out.
survived.
Like, bro, that
We
would
need to
be
break
one.
this down. So like,
I
this is
counted
a
all
show-
the seconds.
This is a show about.
I jangled my boo-boo keys for each second. I'm kidding. It doesn't work like that. Autism
It's a
doesn't
fun
work
premise.
like that.
It's a very
Definitely.
fun premise. Like try explaining it. Like it's literally about.
Well, it's about tapping into the feeling of like, what if there was no adults, dude? Like, what if
I
mom
will-
and dad went and got Pop-Tarts, but forever?
What if mom and dad just turned into a statue one day?
No,
that would
no.
be pretty fucking sad.
I would say it's more
But-
so like it's more so like if the world was to be erased,
Yeah, starting
With-
all over.
starting
Like,
all
that's
over,
so-
completely all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where there's
It's just
No
it's
one.
basically to for anybody who needs it to be broken down, to be just.
It sounds like you need it
picked
broken
apart.
down.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to here?
Yeah, dude's got bruised.
It's just basically about a show where everybody just turns into stone one day, and then 3,000 years later, Like these
Wait,
two
you don't
guys just wake up.
Okay, I was like, we don't gotta.
People have
We don't have to give out
for people
too
that haven't
many
watched the
in-
show. They're like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Right.
No, but I like to tell
Just
people,
for context, man.
I just won't want to ever have to tell people what's happening in the show because some shows
It's a 30-second breakdown, is what I just did.
some shows and Dr. Stone, the first 5 minutes is basically like, here's what's happening.
Yeah, no, seriously
quick-
though, like it's very
It
quick,
puts you
very
right
quick,
in. Just
very quick.
jumps you right in.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just for some anime, it is like some people are like, so you start watching and then the twist happens and it's
quick.
and it's like, thanks fucker.
It's
Thanks
like
for telling me
a-
there was a twist.
It's like a
Thanks for
slap to the
A
face.
lot of anime, like it starts off very filler, like for like 20 episodes, and
But
then
not
like
this.
at episode like 30, it starts. Then the story starts.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
this
the
this
type
is
of
this
shit
is not
I
like
can't-
that.
Yeah,
this
this
is not like that.
You can't go like that in
Yeah.
this because you start all over. Like,
Yeah.
they're worried about, like in other anime, they're worried about, oh, there's a clan after us. We gotta get out of here, guys.
Right.
But then,
Clan is
like, and
after-
then I gotta learn how to fucking
Build
learn
some
magic
shit or-
before these
yeah.
people come out. But then
They're
in
trying
this
to burn
show,
a cross in our front yard.
in this show, it's literally like, oh, we gotta make gunpowder.
Right, right.
Like,
No, seriously though, because
we
like
gotta,
who thinks
Taiju's
of
like,
things-
where's the toilet paper? And Senku's like, dude,
dude? You gotta use
we've got to make our own toilet paper out of this girl's hair.
seriously though, like
yeah, like,
We have no choice but to use this girl. You need to grow hair quicker.
like
so
keep
we-
going. We need your hair now.
so pick one.
We
Like,
only
yeah.
unpetrified the head.
Petrified your first love. Like, wasn't that a weird thing where they're like, you just pick? Like the guys
just
like
pick?
just
Like-
just pick who you want to fucking unpetrify.
And Senku walked around and he just saw like a bare ass sticking out of the ground, and he was like, like,
Like I need to top
is
that
dirty.
one time.
That would suck if you got petrified right when you're like,
Like-
about to take it up the ass. Like that sucks.
Oh man,
You're 3,000 years, you're doggy style. Like,
right, bro. That's
3,000
one
years, you're
uncomfortable
frozen.
position, bro. I swear.
yeah, bare ass.
I would assume that Taiju was like the second or third person Senku woke up, and he's like, Senku's like, I've actually been up for like a year or two, and
You've been up this
just
long,
kind of been fucking around.
right?
Yeah.
Seriously though.
He brought back a girl, and he was like, and she was like, what happened to all of humanity? And he's like, it's been 3,700 years, and I'm the king now. And
She's like, oh, okay.
we
Like,
work on
yeah.
a new blowjob economy, and it's like the only way that you can get these bushel of apples that I picked. It's like it's the way it works now.
That's the way it works. I'm the
What is her
king. You have to
name?
do everything I
Yudazina?
say.
Her name is like Yudazina.
Zima.
Zima? Is her
You
name?
talking
it's-
Yudazina. No,
It's a very
but
different
it's
name.
Yudazina or something.
Yeah.
Wait,
it's-
what's a normal Japanese name?
Yudazina. Look at his face.
Yurazima, that's a different.
That's a different
That's
name.
a Japanese name of
I
a
would say
different cloth.
That's origin of the north side of Japan. Like, but
You see, on the Sakamoto Islands that are located off the northeastern ridge, the
that sounds very
most volcanically active
Hokkaido.
region of Japan.
Start naming geographical fucking facts. Fucking
Geographic.
God damn.
Oh
But
man.
I forgot what I was fucking talking about now. That fucking threw me off. Oh no, I was saying like she's such a whatever her name is, dude, she's such a like stereotypical like anime.
You
like,
guys,
Yeah.
you guys are just talking about this girl, but not like
She's so-
explaining.
okay, let me fucking finish. Man. Dodo, fucking like, she's like the most stereotypical fucking like anime girl that is ever shy. She's just like, yeah.
I mean,
okay.
I don't
Like,
think
she
she's
just goes
necessarily
with the
shy
flow.
though.
She just typically goes with the flow.
Everyone
like,
alive can
100%
beat
of
her
the
to
time.
death, and
Yeah.
one man has threatened to.
And she's wearing. And have you guys
I mean,
noticed she's
but,
wearing
yeah.
headphones for her whole life?
No, those are permanently stuck on her.
Yeah,
What
she
the
can't
fuck
take
are
those
those?
off.
Yeah, those are
Wait,
permanently-
dude, she's
But
differently
what the
able.
fu- she
That's her
has, like,
hearing
beads,
aid.
like surgically attached to her fucking head.
Some kids have that.
Shut up. Like
Yeah.
Ray from
And
fucking.
I will say one thing. It's not necessarily a spoiler, but for the people who have watched, if you do know, the mark, if some of you guys don't know about it, is actually a crack from when they do get crack from their
3,000
Years
years of
slumber.
being petrified.
Right.
I just thought they all had birthmarks.
Hey, I
No,
thought
he
that too.
explains it, remember?
He explained
That
it
was
in
a
like
joke.
episode 6, I believe. Episode
It is
5.
kind of like, I guess in a sense, it is a birthmark.
Yeah, more or less.
Because you're not petrified anymore.
But once you become unpetrified, that is permanently.
Yeah,
on you.
yeah. You get like little cracks on your fucking face.
Yeah,
And shit.
but you're still
whatever.
alive from it.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
What other anime did that? I feel like some other anime.
Isn't Casher and Sins about everyone turning to...
No, just like those marks, like those, like that they get. Like, in that show.
I'm not sure. That's the only one I know of so far.
I mean, there's...
That's part of the reason why I like that show is because of the art style. It's like
Yeah,
really-
it's
the
different.
characters look fucking cool.
You like
Yeah.
the art
I
of
like
Dr. Stone?
I like their faces.
It's very caveman to me. Like, everything is
But
so...
see, that's the point though.
No, it's just that evil Tarzan guy that comes up. In the
Like, that's an evil fucking Tarzan, dude.
It's
like, what
very
the fuck?
like Saturday morning jungle fun.
At first, it is because
I don't
like
mind that, but I
they
just
just
think
have like leaves just covering their private parts as soon as they wake up.
Right.
Like
bro, what are we in Adam and Eve time? What the fuck?
no, but like the most intriguing part of this show for me is what the fuck is Yudizina fucking wearing on her head?
that's the
Are they-
most
that's-
intriguing.
Yeah.
Are they earmuffs? Are they beats? Are they bows? What the fuck? Like they literally show a flashback of her when she was a child, and she still has the same fucking.
You
do not
when
know
she's like 4 years old. It's like, what the fuck is that?
You keep taking swings at this differently
It-
abled
it
girl.
looks
Hey.
like, it looks like she has like
It's blow out the
seashells.
blow.
Oh, she had a hearing aid from when she was a baby, and like as an adult,
Those
she
don't
still
look like
fucking
hearing
has it.
aids. Those look like
Those
headphones.
are like fucking headphones
Those
to
look
me,
like
bro.
Bluetooth headphones.
Because you
that
don't
she
need
just
hearing
fucking
aids that
wore.
powerful, but she needs the strongest available because she can't hear
Nick,
shit.
You're the expert. Tell me what those are.
She can't. I'm telling
Somebody
you.
in this room, tell me what the fuck that is on her head.
Maybe you need
It's-
a hearing aid because I'm telling you, and
Yeah,
you're
because
not.
you can't hear very well.
I can't
Because you're kind
hear
of deaf.
using-
What? I didn't hear the explanation that they explained. Like, oh, by the way, I was actually born with beats, Dr. Dre beats,
That was a
since
bru-
I was burnt. Like,
Cesarean
So why
section.
do they have to be Dr. Dre beats though? Like, can't they be like?
whatever the fuck those are on her head. I don't know what it is. It drives me crazy.
All right.
Okay.
They're in like they're starting from zero, and she has these fucking things on her
It
head.
sounds like the artist for Dr. Stone just like
forgot to
outed
take
what
those
kind of
off.
pictures he jerks it to.
Yeah.
Girls with headphones on their heads.
Don't
like,
tell me that's not a category. Like, what are you
Pretty
scratching
sure-
your? Oh, girls with
glasses.
headphones with cat ears, maybe. Like
Definitely a category.
listening to vaporwave in a pretend spaceship naked.
Is that important to keep that role when you start all over 3,000 years fucking later?
What better time?
What better?
Very. It's perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Nobody has an answer for this weird question that I have.
Hey,
For
so-
listeners that have the answer, please.
We don't
Please
have
tell this
listeners.
man.
When we do,
Someone come back to us and let us know.
Oh, don't ask for them to comment. They hate us.
I don't think they necessarily hate us. I just think they love us deeply and sincerely.
these imaginary listeners.
But
But yeah, the show's great. Other than that,
no, okay. So we didn't touch. We literally didn't say the sentence that I wanted to say
Say it.
about Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is a good show because it's a show about science, and all the science in it is real science.
Pretty sure we didn't say that. What?
No one
we
ever-
definitely didn't say that.
All of the chemistry is real, and that's
Definitely.
why the show is considered dangerous to the Japanese children.
Yeah, because
if
in one of the
Senku-
episodes.
because if Senku shows
they're gonna
you,
go up to Mount Fuji and start.
No,
making
seriously though, because like in one of the
No,
episodes,
but I'm just saying,
he definitely showed you how to make gunpowder.
If Senku shows you how to kill your mom, you can kill your mom now. Like
Yeah.
that's not. Most shows aren't like that. Most,
This show
This
is
show
legit.
isn't like that either.
No,
you
this show
can't
is
do-
legit.
You can't do anything.
This show
from
is
break.
about like a Cold War, basically. It's about like a
What?
mini.
What?
Yeah, it's about like like a race. It's like a race to
No,
see which
that is
civilization
You
they like.
are
That is
7
definitely-
episodes in, pal.
What?
We cannot say what this show is
Yeah,
about.
you can.
No.
That's the whole premise of this whole fucking show. It's like starting from zero, and then there's these other fucking like things that like. Come on,
That wasn't what the Cold War was about.
Definitely was
Cold
not.
War. The Cold War was about a race with technology.
The Cold War was about showing
It's a
that
weapons
capitalism
race. But this
was
is-
better.
This is a Cold War show.
No, bro, no.
I'll slap the shit out of both of you. This
The
is
Cold
a Cold
War
War show.
and this, bro. Dr. Stone and
Where's
the Cold War
East
are
and
two
West
totally
Germany
different
here,
shit.
man?
We're
Where's
about to find out.
Where's capitalism versus communism?
Fucking
dude?
evil Tarzan and Senku, bro. Those are the Axis and the Allied powers, bro.
I don't know about that, man.
That's
I
World
don't
War
know.
II. The Cold War was 20 years later.
Or fucking whatever.
This is like 3,000 years in the
It's a
fucking
race
future,
between
bro.
who can develop way. Come on, it's a Cold War show.
You're just gonna-
It's a race for civilization to grow and fucking
The
like
Cold War
develop
wasn't
more.
that.
Well,
The
he says
Cold War
he
was a
says the
race
Cold
with
War,
weapons
guys.
and shit.
Cold War.
It was a race for nuclear fucking weapons.
It was a race for nuclear supremacy. Okay.
Yes,
I'll
it
give
was
you
a
that.
race to develop stronger fucking. This is the whole premise. God, I'm so mad because
Okay,
you
yeah.
missed it. They're developing gunpowder.
Bro,
and shit.
Nick, do you hear
I
this,
couldn't
man?
Those-
Do you
this
hear
smells
this,
so
man?
much heifer.
I need hearing aids for my eyes. All right.
They're literally like, we need to develop gunpowder before this crazy dude, guys.
You got me. It's a Cold War.
Tap, dude. Just tap.
I said it. All right.
God, man.
Shit. God.
You just
We-
have to
we've
be
been at this for a
girl
minute.
Sometimes. Just argue. Just like,
Oh man, you want it to be a Cold War so bad.
it is.
You listen to so much J. Cole.
Whoa, are you serious now? I'm not even a
It's
J.
a
Cole fan.
cold world indeed.
What the fuck does J. Cole have to do with this?
All right.
You're crazy.
Oh god.
So what have you been watching, man?
Man, bro, I've been watching a show called Black Clover, which is actually pretty good. I will give off necessary tools about what it's about, as far as like, there's two kids. I'm not gonna give off the names just in case if anybody out there that has not watched this show.
Wait, are the names spoilers?
In a sense, but not really.
Really? The names come up? Is it like Bleach where the names of things are like super fucking important later on?
Their names and their last names.
I think if you've never seen this show before, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
No, well, I'm no. If it's like a thing like it, like
Well, I
can
would
already
say
think of a show right
that does
now. If you were to go through it, like I don't even want to say the name of it, but there's a show, a big show
Naruto?
about where if you were to get a list of every main character's last name, it would fuck some things.
Yeah,
up.
that's so.
yeah.
Basically,
Of course.
what he's saying,
Yeah.
the two characters that's in this show, their last names are never said in this show, but in the manga it is. But for that, it's gonna come up eventually, and it's gonna spoil some stuff.
So is the manga very different from the anime?
Yeah.
They took some liberties.
They took, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like when the creative team behind it. Sometimes, actually, I'm actually watching an anime right now where it's getting fucked by that. But
these two kids, orphans, boom, bada bang, you know, boom,
Yo,
bada bang.
we're anime orphans.
You know.
Animated
So,
orphans.
and then
We're
one of
animated-
them, one of them has magical abilities. The other one has no magic whatsoever,
except for a will of iron.
except for the will of iron. Okay,
Ion Blaster?
iron.
cannons?
Iron will.
But no, it's like, they both have a dream that they want to accomplish together, but they're
Allow black people to be equal.
yeah. Like seriously though, like they want all gays.
They want
to
black
be
people to
together.
finally have their lucky day. That's why it's called Black Clover.
Black
Is this a
Clover.
gay anime?
No.
It's about gay black men
No.
finding a 4-leaf clover and being like, "It's our lucky
Is that
day."
really the premise? Is that,
No, that's not really the premise. It's not
so that's
really
the
the
premise
premise.
of the show, guys.
No, the premise of the show is
People are gonna be so mad.
It's magical based, and it's set back in the.
Is it past time or is it a fictional time?
Yeah.
It's a fictional time.
Yeah. Okay.
Fictional time. So it's about magic. It's basically about magic. And one of the kids.
You tell me it's about magic.
It's about magic. One of the kids, he gets
What do you enjoy about it?
the story. storyboard is really fucking good. It's like I don't want to spoil nothing about this show, bro, because it's like
We both
God.
haven't watched this, right? Like,
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. So is it like a story? Okay, so it's a story with like twists and turns. Lots of like, oh, whoa, or is it?
No. It's more
like,
straightforward, but not really.
Some stories are like stories of attrition. Like with Naruto, you get 100 episodes in, and you're like, damn, I guess I want to see Naruto succeed.
Okay, so think about that. Think about Naruto. So it's like Naruto. But no, listen though, it's like Naruto.
You're making it less descript each time.
So what I'm saying is when I say it's like Naruto, I mean as far as like the people who made this show kind of got an idea from Naruto.
Well, every shonen has gotten ideas
Yeah,
from
from
Naruto because you can't
knock that. Yeah.
But I mean, like, all right, let me think here. What's it got like art similar to, or does it have good fight sequences?
Definitely has good fight sequences.
All right, are they like?
I'm gonna kill this guy.
Okay, like, all right, we're getting somewhere. Kill
this guy.
Are these fight sequences like, for instance, we were talking today about the cool thing about Hunter x Hunter is there is 0 fights in Hunter x Hunter where someone just overpowers someone. Except if it's someone against Hisoka.
You know how in Dragon Ball it's just like, oh, he won because he just got stronger. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus
Okay.
in
So
Hunter x Hunter, it's like everybody's getting outwitted.
So okay. So
every
like,
battle in Hunter x Hunter almost starts from the point like Gun versus Hisoka. It's like you will not overpower Hisoka.
Yeah.
Anyone
All right, so
like
I'm gonna
Gun and
give you-
Kurapika versus Netero. It's like you will not overpower Netero.
All right. So I'm gonna give you a vision. The Akatsuki, right? You know how the Akatsuki has a goal in mind, set in mind. They're mad at certain people because they're trying to get the tail beast back, right?
It's a very elaborate revenge
Right. Okay.
for a bunch of shonobis who were essentially betrayed by their villages.
So in Black Clover, there's this group called the Moon. Okay, it's basically a group of people that is kind of like the Akatsuki.
When you say group, for instance, are these wizards and sorcerers? Are these pirates?
No, these are wizards and sorcerers.
So this is like a band of knights.
No.
This is like, okay, so they're not like medieval group.
No.
Are these like
These are like wizards.
Okay.
They're
So
like-
it's like a D&D group? Is it kind of like a Sword Art Online adventuring group? Like, I'm just trying to figure what kind of group. Like, because it's like you got...
figure out what this show is.
You got like, because like Team 7, Shinobi Team 7 is a group, but then the Straw Hat Pirates are a group, and they are very different groups.
Right. Okay. So captains. They have captains and they have their squad mates.
They have captains and they have... Are they riding horses?
No. They ride broomsticks.
They ride broomsticks.
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's a very early
broomstick.
detail. That should...
They ride broomsticks and they use books which are called grimoires.
Okay, so that's like the primary...
That's
like a
where their
wizardy
magical
world.
source come from, basically.
Okay.
But they're born with magic, and they obtain their grimoires from like a big library, basically, like a big ass library, and they pretty much stick their hands out.
Wait,
and-
okay, but... all right, what they do on the show, I guess, isn't so important, but what... So you said the story that draws you in?
Yeah.
All right. Like... what within the story draws you in, you know? Like, we like Dr. Stone because it's like a very Boy Scouty show. It feels like, oh
got a lot
man,
of
I can
character.
imagine just me and my best homie being the only guys
Black
left. And
Clover
it's like,
is
guess
a-
we're gonna...
Okay,
what
so
are you
Black
eating
Clover
for
is a
dinner?
heartfelt
It's a
situation.
Gilligan's Island anime, you know?
So Black Clover is a heartfelt type character based, but shut the fuck up, bro.
I never
Bro.
received. I've never seen Nick try to break down something so like slowly and like.
I need to know.
You're getting like,
okay. So it's about this. Okay, wait. What?
I'm not trying to test you. I'm just asking you what you like about the show. Like, what's like your favorite moment in the show so far that you were like, this is why I'm fucking still. How far are you into it?
Episode 97.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Episode 97.
And that's current. You're not like behind.
No,
You're up to
definitely
date.
not behind. Up to date.
That's a fucking fat. You could watch all of Outlaw Star, all of original Full Metal Alchemist, and still have time to fit any Yoshiki in.
Yeah.
They're trying to go
different
as far
shows
as like
in that.
how Naruto goes with their episodes, like the length wise.
And
Because you
how
know how
long is it? 24 minutes. Yeah,
it's a 24-minute long episode.
Is it? What season is it on? Is it
How much
like,
runway is it?
Yeah.
Like, because like with Naruto,
It was like-
spoilers, when Jiraiya died, I thought I was halfway.
I thought no, fuck that shit. I thought the shit was over.
Or no, when
Fuck
Jiraiya
that.
died, I thought. Look, did I say halfway? When Jiraiya died, I thought there was 10 more episodes of Naruto left. I was like, there got to be like maybe 10, 15 at most.
Because this is
this
over.
is-
Like,
And then so, where's Black Clover at? Like, there's fairy tale watchers right now who are like buckling in for like.
Those are the anime you watch that get to episode like.
it gets to
are
episode
we-
like 500.
Will there ever be a Black Clover episode 400? Because if so, I'm
Yeah.
not watching this at all.
So it's not going by seasons.
No, it's definitely going by seasons, but
Is it in season 1 right now?
yeah, we're in season 1 right now.
And you're at episode 97. Jeez.
That's impossible.
That's impossible. Yeah, you might be right.
You can't be in season 1 for 2 years. Dude.
Let's make an anime that season 1 is like three fucking years.
We need to do some research, guys. Hold on. We'll be right back.
Wait, really?
No, not serious. I'm serious.
Okay. I was about to say, dog, you watch the fucking. You're at episode 97.
Is it? This is a very hard anime to break down. I'm not gonna lie. This
Just stop.
very hard anime to break down, bro.
I was like,
We're like
okay.
trying to break this. I mean, it's like a Harry Potter sort of.
I guess.
I mean,
Okay,
guess.
you know how Harry Potter, they have this new series called Beasts of like, what is that fucking bullshit called?
oh,
Beast
to
of-
the
You
talking about the
sacred-
movie?
to the
Yeah.
abandoned sacred beast.
Yeah.
What is
it's
that?
kinda-
What is this? What is this? What is this?
Very briefly, if we're going to touch on that, To the Abandoned Sacred Beast is an anime being adapted by JC Staff, the people that ruined One Punch Man season 2,
Yeah.
and they are.
We're not gonna speak on that.
It's about this man whose troop of friends are essentially not just werewolves; they're like were-dragons. One of them's like a were-brontosaurus.
Is this good? Or, actually, no. Don't even tell me. I don't even want to know.
The premise is you get so angry at the wasted potential because the premise is great. It's like, hey, the North. It's actually kind of a dramatic retelling of the Civil War in America. It's like the North and the South are fighting. The South has more people. The North has better tech. So the North starts losing. So they breed a bunch of half dragon people and half wolf people and half bear people.
This sounds dumb as fuck.
No, well, so the were people go into battle and basically wipe out the South, make them have to surrender. But the problem is the people who can transform into these monsters, they start to lose control of their ability to like maintain their sanity. And so their captain says, they make a pact that if any of us ever loses our mind, whoever of us is still sane has to kill them. So that, you know, if we become a problem, we within our own crew, we keep track of our own, we clean up our own messes.
Sounds like it could lead to a lot of interesting places.
Yeah.
It does. You would seem that, and there's so many questions that are just out on the fucking table. And when I see that it's in JC Staff's capable hands, I'm like, you know what? I better just step away from this one before I get invested. Because I'm 7 episodes in and I want to care. I really do. Like the idea of like I was a
don't think
dragon.
that's
And this
enough
is
to be
this is a Harry Potter spinoff, or this is a Harry Potter anime spinoff?
No, I'm not sure why you brought it up.
Oh no, is it kind of like that kind of like it's like a wizard?
Yeah,
world, like,
yeah.
wizard-
So in this,
There's no
there-
magic in the thing I was talking about.
Black Clover. There's a
I
wizard
was
king,
actually talking
and like I was saying, the two kids. One of the kids' names is Uno, and they both want to become wizard king.
Uno and Dos.
Okay.
But they both want to become the wizard king in a sense.
King
And
of the Momotos.
now that I thought about it, like I was saying earlier, now that I thought
Get
about
Black
it,
Clover out though. We gotta get
gotta get this out there. So what I was saying earlier about the Akatsuki, I remember the name now. The name of the group that's in this anime is called Moon of the Midnight Sun, and they are a group of individuals who are, I guess, in a sense, mad at the humans. I'm not gonna say why they're mad at the humans, but they're mad at the humans and they want to take back something that belongs to them.
Okay.
And that's some of the reason why I like the story. But like I was saying, the kid that's not named Uno, excuse me, pardon me, okay, like but anyway, the kid that's not named
Okay. Go.
does not have any magic, and he obtains a black grimoire, which has 2 swords that comes out of it, which are anti-magic. Yeah, and it can.
So it's standard shonen stuff where it's like,
Yeah.
everyone
shit.
has magic except you, but you have something different.
Yeah.
Because when everyone has magic, we need something that's not magic to make you special.
And he can basically stop any magic power that comes towards him, like with
He's
a
most
swing of a sword.
specialist.
Yeah, pretty
Hell
much.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Dope shit, man. That sounds-
Spoiler alert.
God, it's out. That was a long shit. Like just. push
Yeah,
it.
I had to do it. I'm sorry. I was being dramatic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's good though.
It was funny. It was hilarious.
All right, let me. God,
Let's move on to the next
Let's
segment.
move on.
I am 41 minutes in. Gonna have to
Chop some of this down.
whoopah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's good. It's good.
So for the next section, we're gonna talk about some classical anime. Cause man, anime's getting old. Anime can drink, it can drive.
And they can go on forever.
Into the mic. Anime can get a girl pregnant and then move to a different state and change its name at this point. Anime's been around the block.
Anime's been around for centuries.
Anime makes people tattoo Kakashi on their fucking arm.
Let's be real.
Seriously though.
And when you're wearing a condom with anime, it's not because you're worried you're gonna get her pregnant. She's long past menopause. You're doing it for other reasons.
Other reasons. Indeed. We're not gonna speak on those other reasons, but
You just don't want to catch nothing, you know.
right.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
She's been hanging with James Cameron and that crew lately.
Strong eye contact.
She's been getting around with Tom Cruise. You know, anime's been.
She's been kind of around the
This
block.
girl, I heard Key and Peele and Taika Waititi are giving her a look up and down. So
We got anime that's been standing on the corner a little too long.
got Netflix about to give us John Cho in the Cowboy Bebop movie. Our girl Anime has been putting those ankles behind her fucking ears. I'll tell you what.
tell you
Netflix
what.
is making the new classics of anime.
Right. Oh man.
7 Deadly Sins, bro. Classic.
That'd be fun.
Psych.
Anime, like Netflix leaves the room and we're just Anime's friend. Like, are you seriously still with that guy? And she's like, listen,
listen,
I'm gonna fuck him.
like, but you know he's
Don't
not
tell
good
them about
for
the
you,
thing
right?
we're going to afterwards.
I ain't gonna
right?
reschedule this dick appointment, girl. Anime said to us.
Like, oh man.
So we're gonna tend to watch some Classico anime from back in the day.
Classico.
Because I gotta confirm shit. I don't trust no one. I got trust issues.
Trust issues. Hey, does anybody remember Zatch
Trust
Bell?
issues. What is that Drake song? Trust issues? Whatever.
I don't know.
You want to start on Zatch Bell?
Yeah, I might as well. No.
All right. Do you remember anything about Zatch Bell?
Sort of, kind of, a little bit. Yeah. I remember. Okay, so far as classic,
What makes you want to go back to it?
Why we gotta go back to this question? You know?
What?
Why we gotta go back to this question, you know? You know? Listen, I'm just gonna say this one time only, okay? Zatch Bell makes me wanna come back to you because I wanna pop you in the booty.
What? What are you doing right now?
Dude, this guy's like half YouTuber or something.
What? A half YouTuber.
He's
Okay,
like,
listen.
his mother became a YouTuber while she was pregnant with him. And so he became.
It's a syndrome.
He came out.
It's hereditary.
He's got to contain the virus.
It's hereditary. It's hereditary.
Okay, so no, seriously though. From what I remember about Zatch Bell, it's a pretty
You want
good
to have
anime.
sex with Zatch Bell?
No, it's a doll, bro.
You just said that into
you're
the
hearing
microphone.
things. You're hearing things.
Wait, you said that?
I don't
You
know.
said
what
you
want to
pop Zatch Bell in the booty into the microphone.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What? So that could mean a
You said
lot of
Zatch Bell
things.
makes you want to.
And have sex with a
Slaps-
blonde hair, blue eyed little boy doll
No,
who can't file for legal protections because he's not even a human.
It's not even real.
He's like, police, help me. And they're like, sorry, we're not Momodo police.
Oh,
Why don't you
man.
go back to the Momodo world that we're never going to get to see in the anime?
Like, right. Oh, man.
It's false alarms. Just Zatch Bell.
False alarm. Red flag, red flag.
I thought this guy was molesting children, but he was just molesting Momodos.
Momodos. Man, we need to help this guy.
These guys ain't got social security numbers.
They
Fuck
got
'em.
they got the dope Momodos.
So you wanna hit that? All right, we get it.
Nah, I was just playing, guys. Wait a
You
minute.
got your
Wait a
pants
minute.
around your ankles for Zatch Bell.
Oh
Zakar.
man, the Momotos. Listen, I want to go back to this anime because the style of it was pretty good, actually. The style, the anime,
art style.
The
art style,
noodliness?
yeah.
I remember everyone being very noodly in Zatch Bell.
Really?
Yeah, everyone's arms were always like doing this thing.
I think I got to go back to
It's
this.
a very One Piece.
Yeah,
Very
it was,
One Piece.
it was very like everything would become very simple at times. It was,
If I could remember correctly, didn't they use like books?
yeah, you're into magic books, clearly. That's like a
That's
thing
the
for you.
second
yeah.
show that
It's
you
the
wanted to
second-
get
This guy. Get a load of this guy and
Oh,
his
man.
grimoires.
Oh man,
You would
okay.
love Vermintide, by the way.
Huh?
But anyways.
Wait, what'd you
So
just say?
It's a game. It's a game.
Oh.
But yeah. So you like his dress?
I don't like his dress. It's not a dress.
That's why I never got into. I couldn't take the show seriously ever, because like to a boy, how can like this maid dress like make me want to be like, oh, this is fucking dope, you know?
Yeah.
Other than the fact that they're pulling out, you know, giant weapons out of their fucking books, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't like to read books back then, so it
Well,
was even more like
each Momodo had like an element that was like their power.
What was the element again?
Zatch's was lightning.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
you unlocked spells with your Momodo.
yeah, and the loadout screen.
Yeah.
loadout screen.
And as you leveled up your Momodo, as you bought enough loot crates for it, you
Loot crates.
you unlocked new spells. Because yeah, Zakar's the one that makes Zatch shoot the lightning out of his mouth. But then there was another one like
that did like what like Earth type ordeal. right?
No, he had one that he like summoned like a shield of lightning, and he had one where he like all sorts of lightning spells. Listen, if you're into lightning spells,
That's your cup of
if
tea.
you're
right
a
there.
fan of little boys shooting lightning all higgledy piggledy, just
Hey, be my guest. That's all
If
you,
you're
man.
a Zeus kind of guy,
if
you
you're-
might like
Hey,
this.
yeah. right,
Percy
right.
Jackson need not apply.
If Thor is your favorite character,
You should go ahead and take
God.
this Momoto.
If
We
you
just turned-
enjoy the Pixar miniseries Cars,
We just turned
Lightning
into,
McQueen.
like, the Google algorithm for ads just now.
if you listen to Metallica, you're gonna love the lightning. At this one, we're gonna ride that. You want to ride the lightning, dude?
No.
Yeah.
If you're a Buzz
Momodo-
Lightyear,
if you're a Momodo out there and you trying to get them cheeks clap, Yo, you wanna hit us up at bokunopodcast@gmail.com. I don't know if we got that yet, but
But hey,
get it tomorrow.
we'll have that tomorrow.
I'll bleep that. But
Bleep what?
I'll bleep my pal title here, clapping down cheeks. Oh, so what's your anime classico that you're
It's a must, dude.
your classico anime?
As a Japanese man, I'm ashamed to say that I just
You
haven't watched Mobile Suit Gundam.
Mobile Suit.
I've seen it. I played the games, but I never seen it.
It was a hard
I never
watch.
seen it, you know.
It came to America, and a fun fact about Mobile Suit Gundam's run in the U.S., it was stopped by 9/11. Yeah, Al Qaeda. People,
Really?
yeah, 'cause
Really?
there's a lot of it's a war anime. There's a lot of buildings that get destroyed.
You know, Japanese people are really good at making buildings get destroyed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, most of Akira
You know
is
why?
like,
I have a theory about like anime in general. Is I think you guys ever realize like explosions, like just a giant explosion is like a common theme in like almost every anime.
That always happens in Japan.
Like constant, like it happens
In real life,
Like
though.
even in Attack on Titan, there's like 10 mushroom clouds that happen like in every season.
if you were
Right?
an alien and you would only consume Japanese media, you would assume two human fists touching each other was the most dangerous force on the planet.
Yeah.
Nah, I just think Akira or Toriyama is fucking. I think he was there, dude. I
was
think
there,
he was
bro.
there when the bombs got
Hey.
popped into fucking Nagasaki and Hiroshima. I really think that's the reason why like Japanese
It's just
anime
stuck in their
productions are
head
really
that
good at
there's
making
bombs everywhere.
explosions.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people, I don't know if you noticed ever since 9/11 happened, but there's so much like when you see a building collapsing in a movie, you'll see people on the ground. You see like people on the ground running around like,
yeah.
and then you see the cloud of smoke coming
That's
behind
coming
them.
behind them, yeah.
And it's definitely because it's like, yeah, because MTV Studios was right
Saw
there.
it. They were there.
They were there.
bro. When it went,
They
when
was-
they were
just looking at it
towers
from-
dropped, bro.
oh,
Nick
boy.
Cannon and Wild 'N Out were there.
They were
dude.
standing right there.
To get their notepads out and
Like, go ahead and take this down.
This is Total Request Live, and we're just requesting some fucking peace,
we
man.
went right to work.
Right to work, baby.
I made the bagels the next day as if nothing happened. What else could you do but make the bagels and carry on?
Precisely.
We carry on. All right, so what the fuck's got you going back to Mobile Suit Gundam other than
It's
history?
just a shame. Like my hair. That's my heritage, dude. That's my. There's ancestry going on. There's
ancestry,
And that
oh,
dude,
shit.
like Gundam's in my DNA. I don't know why I was so fascinated with Gundam when I was a kid. Because I did collect Gundam for no fucking reason. Like I was like, that just looks fucking cool. I want to have that in my room. And then I started playing the games, you know, and I didn't get a single thing out of the game. I was just I just wanted to shoot things. You know, I didn't
wanted
give
to
a fuck
shoot
about
things.
the story. I was like, I just
Sorry.
saw faces pop up during the gameplay. You know,
Skip.
Just these weird people
Skip.
just popping up on my screen. You know. Just like, you'll never defeat me, and I'm like, I don't know who you are, but like, like you know, let me get you.
No,
You know?
I love those. Like you'd be playing
Let me
Battle
unlock
Assault.
your character. Like,
You'd just be playing Battle Assault, and the guy'd be like, "Haha, you are powerless before the might of the Big Zam."
Yeah.
And you're
man.
like, "Oh shit, the Big
Yeah.
Zam!"
Like, you'll never defeat the Alliance. Ah! And I'm just like, let me fucking kill your ass. Like, you know what I mean? But I gotta start with the first Mobile Suit Gundam.
was it the O? There's a mobile suit called like the O, and he's like, "You are powerless before the O. No one can beat the O."
How old was that one?
That's from I think that's from Mobile Suit Gundam. So
Isn't that like back in the like what 90s or something? Like
80s,
80s,
maybe
Goes way
70s, maybe
Ooh,
70s.
way
Dude,
back.
Gundam's a deep.
Gundam
Don't get me
deep.
started on Gundam.
I
Is
wonder what's
my
the oldest anime out there though.
The oldest is Astro Boy
Yeah.
or Mazinger Z.
Or Kimba, the White Lion.
The White Lion. Would you consider that as
Who
Anime,
cares
though,
what the
like-
oldest anime is? Just look that up. You can literally type that into Google, dude.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. We have
That's
technology
true.
now.
But
That's really aggro, bro.
I'm sorry.
Just talking about aggro.
No, but what's cool about Mobile Suit Gundam is, I mean, it's fucking.
What am I getting myself into?
What
pool? How deep is the hole I'm jumping in?
When you start arguing with people who reference something like Gundam Wing, and you're like, well, no, that's New Century Zero. I'm in Universal Century. It's a different timeline. Like that's when you're. That's the nut, baby.
You're gonna be in a deep.
No, the Gundam timeline is genuinely, I think, one of.
Hole.
Jeez, man. How much coffee did you drink before?
I don't
Crazy.
really drink coffee.
I'm telling you, man, this guy's dad was bitten by a radioactive YouTuber.
A spider. YouTuber spider. He was bitten by PewDiePie. PewDiePie bit somebody out there.
Oh man.
I was in an irradiated patch of Sweden, and I see this man with.
Oh
I
man.
bet ASAP is infected now, dude. But
yeah, the timeline of Gundam, if you follow it from Mobile Suit to Zeta to Double Zeta to 0083, 0087,
Bro, this sounds like a lot.
0089,
I'm not even keeping up no more.
8th MS Team.
Unicorn, fucking
That's the
C.
newer stuff. I'm just talking about because
Unicorn is
Head is spitting.
UC is UC.
What
Is that
Universal Century?
Old. Is it?
Universal
Is it pretty
Century
new?
is
Pretty...
see, this is the thing. There's New Century Zero, which is after Colony, like it is now after Colony 192. That's Gundam Wing, which means it's 192 years after the colonies were first put into space. New Century Zero, or wait, oh no, I'm mixing things up. Universal Century and After Colony Century. New Century Zero is a separation of the Zoids timeline.
You see, this is why I like this guy.
Yeah, no, I was mixing up that. Yeah, I
could count on you.
But yes, the reason why Gundam Wing would, if you've seen Gundam Wing, it would always open with the year is after Colony 192. It would always open with that because it was 192 years after the colonies. Whereas Amuro-Ray, Universal Century, all of that stuff is taking place where humanity has just started to go into space. It's several hundred years before that, where humanity's just starting to become a spacefaring thing. And the idea that what's really cool is you see Gundam and its position like, oh, the Zeon, the Gundam, they're the enemies fighting, and you get like halfway through and you're like, there's 8 people in this battle and they all have very reasonable reasons to want to win. Like there's no good guy, there's no bad guy.
There's a lot on the line for everybody.
Yeah.
Every folk out there.
Everyone's
got a lot on the line.
Skin in the game. And it's not fake, it's not bullshit. You're like, nah, that's his birthright or whatever. But yeah, man, it's a ride. Because if you go from that to seeing like, it's a huge timeline. It's a huge timeline. But if you want
the first thing that came up when I put GUND, and then it was like Gundam Universe Timeline, like, you know, and I clicked on it, and it's like it's like 40 pages of like,
dude, it's so
shit.
worth it though. It's
Boy.
When you understand all of it.
Is this like getting into One Piece?
It's probably like
Is
over
it
1,000
too late
episodes.
to get into this?
No, because you don't have to get into all of Gundam. You can very much just.
Am
pick
I
and
going
choose.
to want to get into all of it though if I finish Mobile?
Even as a diehard Gundam fan, you know, there's parts of it that I wasn't like. I haven't watched most of Gundam Unicorn, even though I've been told it's good. I didn't feel the need to get into Formula Gundam,
but I can't just watch like Seed from the start.
You can watch Seed,
really?
Yeah, you can. All of the Gundam series for the most part.
It doesn't have to be chronological.
Alone. Yeah, no, they all stand alone. There's no Gundam series that basically feeds into another, except for Seed into Seed Destiny.
Okay.
But otherwise, you don't need anything. But that's what's so cool is if you watch them all, they all fit together in a way, except for G Gundam. G Gundam is so out there by itself, crazy.
Like Pluto, it's just out, not even considered.
I mean, G
fucking
Gundam is
thing.
men and women in rubber suits fighting with Gundams that are wearing sombreros.
Oh man. Oh man.
I see like some of the newer stuff, and they turned it into like a similar to like a simulate, like a Sword Art Online, where they kind of like put down like a card or some shit, and they get into like a simulator and they fight in this virtual world with their Gundams, and then these Gundams are like, I don't know, they're from separate different timeline. It was fucking weird.
I
was
literally hate everything about what you just said.
I turned it off, but I was like,
Good.
I turned it off.
I threw my remote through the screen.
Just throw it all the way.
Dude, when
I
they
was like,
made
this is lame.
when they made Mega Man about kids playing trading card games,
Oh god.
I grabbed the kid next to me's DS and
They were
snapped
gonna
it
do
in
that
half.
with Dragon Ball.
Make a Dragon Ball trading card game show.
It's called It was
Oh,
called Dragon
why?
Ball Hoshi.
What?
Dragon Ball Hoshi. It was.
They're doing too
They
much.
should have done it,
Dude,
They should have done it. The Dragon Ball fans need it. They need the
Dude.
fucking knife in the belly to learn.
You never saw that
to
trailer?
learn the cattle that they are.
Like,
It was literally a card arcade game that was in Japan. Have you seen the trailer, dude?
And
It's
this
fucking
was a
crazy.
show.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It never materialized into a show, but
Oh.
like it was supposed to be with the. It's a fucking game, and then they're like, oh, maybe we should make this a series. But then Super happened instead.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
kinda
Because
like the same fucking
there were
thing.
gonna be a lot of angry people.
Dude, there was some crazy shit in that trailer. That's Dragon Ball Hoshi trailer. Fucking. I saw like a red. I saw like
Crazy ass Dragon Ball. I like the idea that someone is like, remember that crazy ass Dragon Ball Hoshi trailer?
Dude, there was a red Frieza. There was like a red cooler Frieza mix in there. Kind of looked like it was fucking crazy, dude. It was insane. I was like, this shit, and then just like Super Saiyans that I've never seen before. It looks 10 times better than Dragon Ball Super.
It's not hard to be. Dragon Ball Super, I mark my word, Dragon Ball Super will go down as the biggest disappointment of this decade. Because Naruto got the last one, baby.
No.
Yeah.
Boruto is better than that shit, though, to be honest.
Well,
But we'll talk about that next.
Yeah.
I guess. Speaking of my classical anime, I'm going with I'm going to try a comprehensive rewatch of Escaflowne.
What's that about?
Escaflowne is one of the OG isekai, bro. You know this whole fucking trend of kids. Oh, I picked up a magical dildo and I got swept off into a world where like no one made fun of me for how small my dick was. Escaflowne was one of the starts of that. It's like I was running track and then I got sucked into a world of demons and dragons and I had a sword. But
Sounds pretty good, actually.
here's the fucking thing. Here is the fucking hook, dude. Escaflowne is a dragon that turns into a mech.
Huh?
Exactly. Think about it. Wrap your piddly little brain around that. He is a mech like a Gundam, but he can transform into a dragon. And this kid gets
Transformers.
This kid gets
in disguise.
I'm shutting this show down.
They're the Dino bots, bro.
I'm fucking shutting this shit down.
Keep going.
But so yeah, this kid, he I don't know, Escaflowne, I watched it when I was a kid, but I never watched I might have even watched all of it, but I certainly never watched it all in order. I never just was, we'll watch it. It was always that thing that was on Saturday mornings, and
you
it
just
was
miss it.
just a bit too
Early?
smart for me.
Okay.
So I was always like, I'll watch this, but I'm not into this. Like,
You're waiting for the next show that comes after that.
It's certainly
type
not
shit.
Dragon Ball, and it's certainly not
Punch you in the face type ordeal.
what Shaolin Showdown. I don't remember what the fuck they were.
Oh,
showing.
ew. That was a good. I mean,
That was
That's a dog shit show,
it
and
was
I
better
don't-
than Ben 10.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
I'm
not gonna agree with that.
As a man who has gone back and watched both of those cartoons very recently, and I mean in the last 2 years,
Ben 10 was better.
Ben 10 is better than
Ben 10's
Challenge
dog
Showdown.
shit.
No, it's not.
You can think Ben 10's dog
No,
shit.
it's not.
is dog shit for one reason and one reason only. They played that shit way too fucking.
Okay,
Put
are
this
we
on
talking
every
about? Are we
show.
talking about the newest?
No.
shit?
Play that
Or are we
shit.
talking about the
No.
oldest Ben 10, the first Ben 10?
How am I supposed to like the show when you play the same fucking episode like 6 hours a day on the days that I don't go to school? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I was so mad. It made me so mad. It's like, another Ben 10 marathon.
You get this out now, and we will never mention Ben 10 on the show again.
And the show isn't that good.
Everything that
the
we
show
work
isn't
on.
that good. It's compared to like real anime. It's not that great. It's not that great. Oh,
So
great.
we're never
Here's a
gonna bring
fucking
this back
watch,
up again,
and
right?
it could turn him into it's stupid. It's a dumb concept. I don't like it. It's gay.
If only people understood the chip Kenji walks with on his shoulder towards Ben
The
10.
chip I suffered with, it ruined my childhood.
He was at line at the grocery store the other day yelling at the man bagging his stuff about how much he hated Ben 10.
Okay.
You give him that one.
I talk to people in public about Ben 10 on a daily
You're talking
basis.
about it now.
We're not in public though, so fuck out.
We're in Publix right now. We're eating
you're very
Pub-Subs.
butthurt about this show down
But,
here, you know.
But yeah,
We're getting
so
kicked out now. Oh, we gotta end the episode.
Escaflowne though, man, it's a fucking giant dragon mech, and when I was a kid, I didn't get it, and I didn't understand like the weirdness of he was just running track one day and he's like sucked into this magical world. Now in a world of like the rising of a shield hero, and is it wrong to pick up girls in every fucking anime, Sword Art Online, every anime is, I was jerking off in my bathroom and then I got sucked off into a magical world. Like,
That'd be one weird way to go.
I was just like eating mayonnaise straight out of the fucking tub, and then I found myself sucked off into a magical world, you know?
Yeah.
Every anime's doing it now. And so I didn't realize how classic
Like
Escaflowne was when they start.
like Alice in Wonderland classic. Like,
Yeah, but Alice is a bitch.
Hey,
She's a whore.
we're not gonna, she
what else was on the list?
itinerary.
list?
I think that was it.
Well, now we're just gonna talk about the shit that we're gonna put some shit to rest.
Yeah,
Because this is the part of the show. The camera, there's no way that camera's still running.
I don't think that camera's still
It
running.
might be. Who knows? It might defy logic.
I don't know if
Who
that
knows?
camera's
Might
still
listen to
running.
Logic's new album.
You never knew, dude. You never know.
This is the part of the show that is about us putting an anime to fucking rest. We're gonna let you know if you should fuck with this show, if you should pass it over, if you should watch it with your homies, or if you should point and laugh at it from a distance. Because, dude, there's not. Listen, look me in the eyes. Look me in my microphone. There is not enough time to watch even a fraction of the anime that's coming out right now. It's an aggressively hostile system.
It's very saturating.
It's
It's
very
draining. It's very draining.
And so we're gonna fucking take some bullets so that you don't have to. We're gonna fucking take them right in the belly. And so we're talking this week on our first episode. We're gonna talk about Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress.
Oh boy!
Attack on
Say it loud. Say it in the mic. How do you feel about this one, Kenji?
Okay, like, you haven't watched Kabaneri, right?
No, but I have watched something that's called Attack on Titan.
Okay, well, you watched the show. You watched Kabaneri.
Hey, don't sell this show short.
Hey, what the
Heel turn.
This show is so... It's
Is it
hilarious.
bad?
Are
is
you
it good?
familiar with the story of Kabaneri?
No.
See, this is the groundwork you gotta always lay. For the people that don't know, Kabaneri is a show directed by this famed director. His name is Araka. He's the guy that directed Death Note. He's the guy that directed Attack on Titan. And when you watch Kabaneri, it is immediately obvious that this is the man directing it. The music of Kabaneri was done by this man named Sawano.
Same thing as Black.
He's got a extensive list of credits. One of them being most recently, he did all the music for Attack on Titan, and then immediately went to do Kabaneri.
Damn, this is
And
bad.
I want to stress this because I make this comparison all the time that in a world of Hellsing, how could anyone allow their friends to watch Black Butler? You know,
Let's not do that. Don't do it to yourself.
I haven't watched.
In a world with Demon Slayer, how could anyone let someone watch Soul Eater?
Or like Shaman King.
Shaman King's, that's a different thing. Shaman King's older. We didn't have.
I want to watch the first.
We didn't have good things when Shaman. I love Shaman King, but I will be the first to admit we didn't have good things when Shaman King.
Is
was
it better
around.
than Soul Eater though?
I think I think the story's more
Just
compelling,
briefly.
but I can't. I listen, bro. When I went back and rewatched all of Shaolin Showdown, because I had to for a project, and I had to determine. I watched all of that show 2 years ago. That show, it's not just that show is dog shit. That
racist.
show is so bad that it made me question anything I liked as a child. And I don't mean that like it rocked my. I mean, I genuinely was like, I loved this show with all of my heart as a child. I watched it as a 28-year-old man, and I was like, this show is. If I saw my child watching a show like this, I would be angry at my child for letting something like this dupe him.
Ooh.
I felt that level of rage towards Shaolin Showdown. So now whenever everyone says, Nick, go back and watch Shaman King, as my friends often do, people are always saying, hey, I'm picking up some seltzer at the store, and someone's like, hey, Nick, you rewatched Shaman King yet? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it.
I thought you did.
I can't. No, I tell everyone, I can't do it, man.
Is that
Okay,
bad?
well,
I can't fucking go back, man.
Oh man.
so how does this correlate with this scam that we're talking about here?
So it's weird because I would say all of those things that when there's so much good anime, you don't need to watch dog shit anime. But when the dog shit anime is being made by the people that make the good anime, this is the biggest bait and switch I've ever seen. There is nothing, literally not a thing Kabaneri does better than Attack on Titan. And they hit on so many of the exact same bullet points that it can only be described as embarrassing.
Well, there are some points in the show that does hit exactly like Attack on Titan, like the music,
That's it.
because it's shot for shot, dude.
Oh god.
Shot for shot, the fucking music cues in.
Oh,
like
man.
a part where they're like, just in a moment of camaraderie, just like oh, we got it.
So in this anime,
Alright.
is it just like Attack on Titan?
You just
where
hear that woman
you
sing
should-
like, well,
from-
just like
From this second, let's say now there will be spoilers for Kabaneri, because if you have not seen it yet, go watch it if you'd like to, if you want to have that kind of fun.
Yeah.
Because it is fun to watch Kabaneri if you have seen all of Attack on Titan, because it's like watching the Bizarro universe where cars have square wheels.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It's as if you saw a cat walk into a vet with a tiny human in a cage. Like,
The first episode had me like, wait a minute.
Oh, boy.
Wait a minute. Wait. Like every 10 minutes, I'm like, what? I've seen this before. Like
Okay.
there's a giant wall.
Giant spoilers for Kabaneri. It opens and he's like, these are the walls of my city. No one has managed to trespass beyond the walls in nearly 100
That
years.
sounds exactly like Attack on Titan.
And he's like, the Kabane, they're monsters that live outside the wall.
Yeah.
We spend our days inside, living in fear,
Yeah.
dreaming of the life that we used to live beyond the wall.
That also sounds like Attack on Titan.
Nah, it's
Except it's on trains.
But
Yes,
no,
it's
but,
on trains.
But this is where this is the difference. Is Attack on Titan is written by Isayama, the Yams, y'all. And Kendrick told us what happens now that you got the Yams.
The Yams.
The Yams is the power that be. And I'll tell you what, if you don't get 60 episodes into Attack on Titan, look directly at the fucking camera and you're like, Isayama got me. homie got me.
Yeah.
And that's the yams, bro. When you realize, when the man looks at you and he breaks the fourth wall, when he's like, isn't cruelty fun? And you're like, he's breaking the fourth wall, and someone tells you he's breaking the fourth wall while standing atop the fourth wall. And you're like, oh, that's what competent writing feels like. Oh, shit, I'm dumb. You will never, ever get that moment with Kabaneri.
Oh, man.
If you watched Attack on Titan, then yeah. Don't watch this first if you haven't watched Attack on Titan, because you might like this show better. I know you won't. I mean, me personally, I love Attack on Titan, and I'm cringing hard for them to hurry up and make out more episodes.
Yeah.
The last season's coming out next year.
No,
Bro, I am tired of them making me wait.
That's the only reason why I didn't want to watch Kabaneri. For some reason, something compelled me.
Something
in my
compelled
soul
me.
compelled me to finish this show. And my fear of watching this show is, this is going to spoil the rest of Attack on Titan. I was like, if I finish this season 4,
something's going to screw me over.
Oh my god, what would be so awesome is if it's like the end of Full Metal Alchemist, where like Ikoma wakes up in Eren Yeager's body.
Oh boy.
And Eren's like, whose memories are these?
Armin's like, Eren, what happened?
I'm receiving memories from a shitty anime.
Oh god, what's going on? No!
The owl's like, who the fuck is thinking these things?
I'm having visions of a C-list anime. Like Aaron's like to Reiner, like, are you a Titan or a Kabane?
Too priceless, priceless.
Yeah, so the series, God, it's got a pretty funny intro song, but the intro song opens with this,
I skip it every
trope. This trope that I love in anime, where it's always like, what are you? I love whenever people do that, because I've never been asked that in my entire fucking life. What are you? Like a full-throated, like, in a world of vampires and humans, it's like, what are you?
It's a flashlight.
I'm a human.
You're like mid-tiptoeing.
As if
You're like caught, like there's a flashlight. Guy in a police
You're just
officer.
a Dragula, and you're just like, oh, you got me, blah.
Oh god.
No, but
They're like fangs.
But it's a constant theme. I think he gets asked this once an episode, but people, the zombies in this world are called
Kabane.
Kabane. The main character gets bitten by one, but he contains the virus
By choking himself in a really aggressive manner.
I believe when Sean first described this to me, or whoever that is,
Whoever that is.
my coworker Sean, he described it to me as the main character, when he goes through the process of containing the virus, it's like the main character was like, oh shit, the season's starting. And he realized he didn't look enough like an anime character. So he starts like suiting up. He just immediately
He's just
starts
like, oh shit, season 1 is starting, guys.
We have to go
and
now.
He starts
Run!
like taking out his tools and shit, and he starts like drilling like metal parts to his body for some reason right
What
after
the
he got
hell?
bit.
Yeah.
And then like he's like choking himself. It gets really kinky.
he looks like
really
a sexy Frankenstein.
Quick. Yeah, he starts choking himself with like pieces of leather and shit, and then like he drills like a metal like collar around his fucking neck. Like he doesn't die from any of this, oddly enough.
He attaches a bunch of pieces of metal that some 15-year-old thought were so cool to his body.
Yeah,
This sounds like it's
he's
going
like edging
very
on suicide, just like.
He gets a lot of those Dr. Stone streaks all over his body.
Oh,
And then his
boy.
friend walks in, Armin.
Oh,
his
we get a bumbling
Armin,
idiot.
And then Armin, his best friend, walks in, and he's like, "Oh, what, Ikoma? What happened to you?" And then he's like, "You're bit by the Kabane. You're turning into." And he's like, "No, I stopped it." And then he shoots out a butt plug out of his ass, and he's like, "I isolated the fucking the Kabane virus."
You don't understand. I tied a string around the base of the head of my dick, so I isolated. Can you imagine telling someone that?
my god.
Do you have AIDS? No, I isolated the virus.
And he shoots out a butt plug out of his ass. There's like ball gags around his neck and shit.
We have to stress the scene that his friend walks in on him in when he's isolating the virus. it would be an uphill battle to explain that you weren't masturbating.
Yeah.
The way that this looks. This is the font of masturbation.
That was the show where I was the most confused, and then the rest of the show I was like, okay, I've seen this before.
Well, we're gonna go through the whole fucking thing. So they introduced this girl who's also a Kabane, or a Kabaneri. And that's what that's what I wanted to focus on, is just the idea of someone being like, what are you? Because everyone knows that you get to high school, and let's be honest, that's what shonens are for. Shonens for little high school boys with their little dicky putties, and you go up to them and you're like, what are you? Like, are you like a skater or like a jock, or like you can't be both?
What faction are you from?
You can't be high school. You can't be two things. You gotta be. And everyone wants to be like, what are you? A surfer? Are you like Puerto Rican or like some kind of Mexican? I'm neither.
I'm all.
I'm both.
I'm both.
Oh
So you're
man.
half?
Yeah, like, are you like allergic to peanuts or like what's up? I'm neither.
But in both.
Yeah.
Checks. Mix it up.
Do you want like bean dip or like? I can just keep doing
Oh
this.
man.
Getting tired.
Do you want
man.
3 bean dip or do you want like chili and nachos?
Neither. But in both.
But yeah,
I'm
it's
a wrestler and a football player.
so the show just intros every time with someone just being like, what are you? Are you a human or a Kabane? And he's like, I'm neither. I'm a Kabaneri.
Yeah.
Which sounds like carbonara, which is like that big meaty Italian sauce. Gets me licking my lips every time.
Sounds good. You're making me hungry,
Is
my
it
guy.
Carbonara?
He's carbonara.
Carbonara.
He's
So
marinara.
the carbonari or the keep or whatever the
Cabbage-nary.
Kabaneri are the ones that got bit. Right?
Kabaneri are the zombies. They're zombies, but they have a metal cage around their hearts, so that you can't just shoot them. You have to like hit them.
Explode their heart.
You basically got to hit him with literally a jackhammer. Like, he's got a rivet gun.
Yeah,
He's got
but they all have guns that don't do shit to these things.
It is okay. One of the many, 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 many glaring flaws with this show is it opens episode 1 and it's like the Kabaneri or the Kabane have heart cages. You can't just shoot them with your fucking gun. It doesn't work. They have metal cages around their hearts. No one knows why. No one even knows where these things come from. And we're not going to know. And fuck you for asking. So don't ask. I'm talking get to episode 12. Fuck you for asking why the world's even like this. But they say, the guy's like, I'm an inventor. I just invented a new type of gun that's capable. The first gun of its type. Capable of hurting a Kabane.
Guess what it's called? It's called a Gale gun.
The Gale
Hey,
gun.
The Gale gun.
I'm in coma, Kabaneri, and I made the Gale gun. Cut to a girl shooting a Kabaneri to death with just an unnamed gun. Just some fucking gun. Some gun she just has.
It happens sometimes. Like they kill
man.
sometimes.
Sometimes.
It's weird.
Sounds like a very
A coma,
unpredictable.
literally standing there saying, I've invented the first gun capable of killing a Kabane.
And,
Cut.
okay, it's basic and the style. It's kind of like Attack on Titan set in like steampunk Japan.
Steampunk Japan.
It's more steampunk than horse punk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but with samurai, it's fucking stupid.
I don't think I want to watch this. I don't think I want to watch this.
Talking about this.
It sounds very boring.
It's
Very
got
boring.
it tries to have a best girl because it has Mikasa. It has a Mikasa, but her name is Mume.
Dude, the characters.
And
they literally rip out the characters from Attack on Titan. There's an Armin. There's a. They all just have different names. They just switch the fuck. It's charades. It's
Yeah,
just name
dude.
charades.
It's
yeah.
It's Snowpiercer as well because they're riding on these trains. They're going from city to city, wreaking havoc, trying to get basically there's only like a handful of cities left. There's like 7 or 8 cities left on Earth.
Yeah, walls. They have walls.
And
Like,
two of
Definitely
them,
ripping off Attack on Titan for sure.
The series opens with 2 of these cities falling. So they're on a train en route to the last major city. Yeah. But they have to stop at the second to last major city first. While there, they find out the origin of the Kabaneri girl Mume. And you find out that she's a child soldier indoctrinated by the son of the king in an operation to get revenge on his dad. As every man in every anime that's poorly written, I'll say this,
always revenge
every
plot.
man in every anime that's poorly written is going after his dad.
It's always a revenge plot.
It's always me. My dad
Never
fucked
fails.
my girlfriend. And I had to...
My
When I
dad
was in
killed
high
my mom.
school.
I want revenge.
My dad just kept fucking my girlfriends.
My dad's kept fucking all of them.
Like,
That's how
fuck,
Shinji...
I want revenge now.
He stalks me. He stalks them. like,
I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna get revenge now. I have a daughter.
My dad just keeps fucking them.
he raped my daughter.
Like,
And so
oh,
you
man.
meet the main villain of the series. Keep in mind, bad villain to introduce him 3 episodes from the end. Like, not enough time to give a shit about Biba.
This whole show is 12 episodes. By
This
the way.
whole show's
Oh, wow.
12.
So is
think
it like a
that's what
season
compelled me to
2
finish
or
it.
you know?
It's so bad, dude. It is so funny because it's not bad.
They wrap
That's
it
what's
up.
funny. Is it is a show where the only thing that's bad about it is the writing. So you really get to see how bad writing can do.
This
It
is
is
drawn well.
It is drawn better than most anime.
but not better than Attack on Titan, though.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Attack on Titan's literally like in the top 5 anime right now.
It's
Yeah.
flawless.
But it's
Flawless.
good.
But
It's
I'm
good.
saying
it's well
Kabaneri.
drawn. Like it's well,
I'd say Kabaneri is in the top 10 for animation. It's pretty.
it's beautiful.
It's pretty as shit.
Really beautiful. Vibrant.
It's
But
just
that's the thing
the-
that's the thing that put me off. It was a little too colorful to be like a grim dark world. Everyone's wearing like, you know, like a floral fucking like kimonos and shit. Everything they're having a fucking festival and it's the end of the world. Like there's like
It happens.
Remember
It
they-
happens.
But it's just funny because it's like
they make that show. This show makes Japanese people look so fucking dumb because we're celebrating Tanabata, which is like a real like holiday where we fucking tie our wishes to like a bamboo. That was sweet and you know good and all, but fucking like we were about to die. Like you were
Like, why are you doing
Nobody's
this?
preparing.
Stop it.
Like it's crazy.
it's absolutely hysterical because I was saying, yeah, it's
And
it's all
the Mikasa of the show is especially
irritating, as
insane because her like it's like her seeing her character go through like you know action scenes is like watching someone spam a button on Mortal Kombat.
fuck. Yeah,
God.
it's like
they're
watching Ken just
mashing-
Shoryuken through everything.
just mashing that fucking backflip button.
She
over
just
people.
backflips over everyone and shoots him in the
I
back.
think her first
Butting
scene,
mashing,
her
like,
introduction
son of
is
a bitch.
backflipping into the scene.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen you've seen Gundam Wing?
Yeah.
You know, whenever Troa Barton enters a scene, he jumps in the air, spins around a couple times, and
Yeah.
flips behind him. Every time with this girl,
And
never.
it's more annoying than the Ginyu Force. It's like it's a
Oh, no, they're
Her
annoying as fuck.
attitude's what's most annoying. There are people, there's like a mother there, and she's like, get away from my son. Like, you're clearly half zombie, and the zombies killed my other son. Get away from my son. And her attitude's basically like, I could kill you and your son right fucking now. So who cares about any of this shit? And it's like, what? Get the fuck off our train, bitch.
Like,
Like,
you
There's
what?
a
Yo,
lot of
you get the
odd
fuck
scenes
outta
where he's
here.
like, are you guys trying to make me hate her? Like where is her issue coming from? Because like in another scene, like there's like a kid, his dog died, you know, and then like they're mourning, the family's mourning. She literally comes in and goes, "Well, at least it died." And it's like, what the fuck? Like what?
Damn,
what do you
blunt
mean?
as fuck.
Yeah, and it's like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I mean, it would have suffered anyways after. It's not like we're gonna have a happy life after this anyways. And it's like, get the fuck out of here, man.
I'm about to
Like,
kick you off this fuck.
like,
Let's
it's like-
go.
The family literally said that. They're like, get the fuck on, man.
Get
the
outta
fuck
here.
on, like in Japanese, like you know.
And so the main villain, man, he wants to just get back at his dad. He's got this weird sense of power where he's like, what we need to do is cleanse the world of the weak so that only the strong can survive.
Which are the zombies, right?
And it's like, dude, the human populace is like less than 1 million.
And he has long pink hair.
But
a
he's like,
ponytail.
we need to. It is the most. It is such a hilariously stupid sense of perspective to be like, well, the population used to be about 9 billion. It's down to about 1 million. we need to cleanse the earth of the weak. And it's like, listen, bro, we already did that. We lost 7 billion weaklings.
Yeah.
Is that not enough?
You just want to get rid of
We
it.
lost
about everybody.
We lost
Right,
99% of people, and someone here is bitching about the last 1%.
You know, come.
You know, there's like
in
no one left, right?
Like in retrospect, like I think that the main villain is the most poorly written character.
He's surrounded.
Literally at the end. Okay, 12th spoiler alert for this fucking shitty show. But like at the end of the show, when he like accomplishes his goal to destroy like the last city, you know, it was literally all to get revenge towards his dad. He kills his dad. That's his whole, you know, motive or whatever. And then right after, he's like looking in the sunset and he's like, what should I destroy next? And it's like, I thought this was a revenge. What do you mean destroy next? What the fuck is your motive? You just said your motive. Now you're saying, oh, I just want to Thanos everything. I just want to just like.
I think there's something wrong with
Where
this guy.
where was that going? Like, it's out of nowhere. Like, you just that was never. You never established that that's just your goal for some reason, just to destroy everything. Your goal is to avenge your father from abandoning you in fucking battle or some gay shit like that.
That's the funny thing is the anime has the nerve to like to never be too afraid to try to teach you a lesson. Like in the first episode,
there's no lesson in that.
In the first episode,
like
they push the main character off a train because they're like, that guy. Because completely reasonably, they're like, that guy's clearly infected. Push him off the train.
Yeah, just kill him.
And it's like,
Kill
yeah,
him
it's
now.
like anyone would say, push that guy off the train. He's infected. And he's like, no, I'm different from all the other people. And it's a guy who's like, I literally just put a bullet in my mother's head because she was infected. You're not getting on the train, pal.
You're gonna die.
No, but I contained the infection. Fuck off my train, pal.
Yeah.
And so he's going up to they're like, oh, but the train can't the drawbridge isn't lowered. And so the main character is like screaming over the orchestral swell because goddamn, that orchestra is swelling. It is. And he's like, I will show you all. I will show you that I'm still human. I will hold on to my humanity by lowering the drawbridge, showing you that I couldn't possibly be a Kabane. I am still the man that I was.
It's like the cue that Attack on Titan music.
And I'm like, oh, is this show trying to show me a lesson about humanity here?
Oh boy.
It's like shot for shot. It's like a kid screaming for his life, and then the same lady singing. And it's like, in the middle of the show, I thought, you know, the only thing that will make this show like 100 times better is if somebody invents like ODM gear.
ODM gear.
They need to start grappling over. I need that, man. Like,
No, just bring that out. Just bring that to me.
even though
please.
they'll get fucking killed, that invention is pointless in this universe. Like,
But I was laughing so hard because I was like, I guess this show wants me to think that Ikoma's having a hard time holding on to his humanity.
Oh shit.
Like, yeah, dude, you're not human anymore. Get over it. You're not one of us. I'm
Just
sorry.
die, man.
Dude,
Just die.
if I lived in a zombie apocalypse and someone next to me was half zombie, do you know how cool I would be with that? Never, not for a second. I would always sleep in a different room.
I wouldn't blame them.
I don't care. And it's like, oh, you're trying to portray these humans as dickish, as evil, as unappreciative of the good guy Ikoma is. And it's like, no, make that motherfucker sleep in a train car by himself. Like, he's dangerous.
Yeah.
And then he has his first like, I need your blood to maintain my sanity, and it's dog, I would have taken you out there.
Yeah.
Right there, you don't get to ask for favors, dude.
Yeah,
No.
at that point in the show, I was like, how are they going to get out of this? I was like, there's no way they're going to convince these dodo heads that, like, they're I don't know.
But it's like, it's an anime, so, you know, every anime protagonist is literally fueled by blood.
An anime on Amazon Prime that you can watch.
I don't know of any anime that hasn't had a woman at some point let blood from her hand flow into the mouth of the protagonist.
Fucking gets me hard, man.
Dude, you just gotta get you
That's
fucked.
why I'm on my Valley Tudos right now.
Yeah, man.
They see us, we out here. and we ain't stopping for no one.
We out here.
Damn. But dude, Kabaneri, it's
Final verdict on Kabaneri.
If you've seen Attack on Titan, it's a fun laugh. It's a 12 episode.
If you've seen Attack on Titan, it's like a 5 or no 6.
Watch it with your friends to throw popcorn at the screen.
Oh god.
If you haven't watched it, it's like a 2 out of 10.
If you don't watch Attack on Titan, don't touch Kabaneri with a fucking
Stay away
10-foot
from
pole.
this like the plague.
It doesn't.
But if you have the time to laugh at something and you watch Attack on Titan, this will be a hilarious watch.
I don't know. It's like if you have a lot of anime knowledge, I think Kabaneri is like a masterclass of like how to make an anime that is bad but appears good. I could see a 12-year-old watching Kabaneri and in a vacuum thinking it's a good show.
Yeah.
And then I would have to sit down with them, get out the highlighter, and be like, here's some things you might have missed. You're going to want to watch out for these when you're trying to decide if a show's good or not in the future. The main character has no motivation. He literally just wants to continue being. He built his Gale gun. He figured out a way to stop his Kabanerism.
No, his family died.
His family died.
And he wants to kill every Kabaneri that exists.
I feel like that's in like every
No,
anime
he doesn't
now,
want to
though.
kill them all. He just can't run away.
Hmm.
Because he ran away and let his sister get killed like a punk bitch.
Like a punk bitch you are.
Like you punk bitch. And so he can't run away. But for the most part, Ikoma has no motivation. The show has the opportunity for mystery in that who are the Kabane? Who is Biba really? Because you don't really get to know who he is. And every opportunity at mystery is set up and then never answered, never even addressed. There's not even the hinting that you'll learn where the Kabane came from.
I still don't know. You won't find out.
You don't even meet someone, a doddering old man who remembered the world before it was like this. No, fuck off. You're just getting the story of one guy's wacky week.
Hey.
Like you could get from episode 1 to the episode 12 of Kabaneri, and it's like, what a week.
What a week.
What a week.
What a day. Kill the show in a day, honestly. I couldn't, though. I had to feel like
I fall asleep.
something drew. I don't know what
Mume-
possessed me to watch this whole show. I don't know
Mume
what it
has
is.
maybe negative growth. She starts the series knowing who she is, knowing
a
why she's
psychopath.
doing it, never questioning what she's doing, and at the end of the series, it's like, yeah, I guess your best boy's dead, but you probably don't care because you've got so much fucking confidence over
Yeah.
everything else you're doing already.
And you got the feelings for the people you've been with for like a temporary amount of time, you know?
Well, yeah.
And real talk, other than the fact that Biba's got this cadre of like 12-year-old girls around him that no one's like,
It's a weird.
no one's addressing, like, whoa, dude, why are those girls all like 12?
Why are you just picking the young girls?
It's
To
only,
do they're like-
only 12-year-old girls with who have had their first period are able to turn into Kabaneri. I'm looking at the science right here. I've got the pamphlet and it says here only post-pubescent 12-year-old girls can become Kabaneri. All right, Biba.
Not weird at all.
All right, Biba. Why are there locks on the inside of your doors? Why do your doors lock from both sides, Biba? How about that? How
Oh,
about
boy.
that, pal?
How about that?
Why do you have an insane amount of mirrors in this train car?
What's with the girls that don't have Kabaneri powers that you're keeping around? What's up with that, pal?
I hated him so much. That's one thing they did successfully was make me hate the villain. Because I really did not like this fucking dude. But, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Terrible show. Terrible.
big fat waste of fucking time. Well,
I did laugh. I did point and laugh.
I'd laugh. It's yeah. But what was the final thing I was gonna say? Yeah, we're about to wrap up.
We could talk about Attack on Titan another time.
Oh, you want? Yeah, we don't.
That's on the fucking thing.
That's
but
that's
whatever.
gonna take us like one of that.
There's a lot. There's a lot of meat in that I wanna. You know what I'm saying.
Pinpoint on the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to think. What was the last thought that I had? Oh, they never really address why they don't start cranking out Kabaneri left and right.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
they never like it's one of the most upfront. It is literally an episode 1 question when the main guy prevents himself from becoming a Kabane and becomes a Kabaneri, a coma. It's just
It's like why? How does that? How does choking yourself to death stop this?
He's literally not even a doctor or addresses himself as such. He's an engineer.
There is no context as to why he's half Kabaneri and half. There's
Like,
no
there's no way that
This whole show is based on nothing.
They don't explain it. It's only 12 episodes. There's no way they could explain
So they
it.
seriously just get straight. Well, not even straight to the point. They just say fuck it. Boom.
The main character gets bitten by a zombie. He becomes a half zombie because reasons.
His body is slowly turning purple, right, from the wound. And he's
He
like
tightens
choking
his bow
himself.
tie
Yeah.
extra tight.
Yeah, he's like choking himself to death, trying to stop it, and then it stops right when he's about to like.
He's
die.
like, the virus is going for my brain, so he tightens a noose.
And then the
around his neck.
other Kabaneri, Mikasa, basically, the other character that's like a Kabaneri or whatever, she just has like a little ribbon that's tied around.
But she
her
was
head.
like scienced upon. She was like she was strapped to a table and they like injected her with like Kabane blood or some shit like
They
that.
didn't even show that part.
They
don't
didn't?
show that.
Show you
you are theorizing.
Fuck
that.
you for asking.
You are theorizing that. Like you don't even know that's. We don't know what happened.
Oh boy.
We don't know anything about anyone in this show.
There's so many plot holes.
Akoma's unnamed sister.
The show is like a fucking cheese grater. There's so many holes. And like, it's
Oh
fucking,
shit, man. I swear I don't want to watch this show. I
This
swear.
show doesn't hold water. It just flows through. Like, there's holes.
There is.
But they're releasing another movie.
They're making a sequel movie.
They're making a sequel movie next month on Netflix. And they might explain everything. Maybe.
Because you know they
It's all
normally
coming.
explain everything in a fucking
Oh
movie.
shit! Here we go again.
I don't want to watch that because I don't want to spoil Attack on Titan.
Man, it's great. It's great. Well, it's been a fun episode.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, that's Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. From Boku no Podcast. The official rating is watch it with friends or don't.
Boku no Podcasto.
But do not don't just raw dog. Do not raw dog.
Because you're gonna go in
Kabaneri.
feeling. You're gonna
not-
go in feeling.
There's better.
You better
There's
get
better
nutted
trim.
on by Attack on Titan first. Then you can nut a little to Kabaneri.
I mean, if you're into anime and you're not watching Attack on Titan right now, I would argue that you're not into anime.
yeah, you don't care.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah. Honestly, I agree.
I can't say that. I mean, there's just people that don't.
Listen, bro. This
I
has
mean,
been a
listen,
legendary run.
if you legit start watching anime, just
For
go
a long
straight
time.
to Attack on Titan. Okay.
Just watch it.
It's the best adaptation ever. Definitely.
Seriously though,
I don't want to out anybody who hasn't watched it yet.
I will. I don't
'Cause I haven't
care.
watched it in a long time. Like,
Well,
I just got into it. It's
we need some.
crazy.
This is so safe. Telling people, watch like literally the most popular anime on earth right now. Oh my god.
I mean, it's shitty. I don't like it.
Shit.
Don't waste your time with Attack. Watch Kabaneri.
Watch Kabaneri. Just the sequel movie though. Don't watch.
just to get yourself soaked.
Just
in,
watch
you know?
Shrek 3.
Just
But yeah, all right.
Garfield.
So this has been episode whatever of Boku no Podcast.
Episode 0
Episode
Episode
0. Secret
zero.
episode 0.
of Boku no Podcast.
All right. I'll catch you guys later.
Catch you later.
Catch you on the flip side.